The gang, along with the Hex Girls and Rose, left at dawn. They left the carnage of the cities. They were driving for a long time, and Rose was getting frustrated. Damn, there's so many zombies, Rose said. I've never seen so many. I hope we could find somewhere safe, Thorn said, as she drove down the road. Dusk then spotted a large farm. I see a barn, Dusk called from the passenger seat. It was beside Thorn's driver's seat. What is this place? Luna asked. She looked at the sign above the gate. Fairview Stables? Wow, it looks heavily guarded, Rose commented. Maybe there's survivors in there. Thorn smiled at the idea. Mr. Ink parked their van and got out. What's this? Fred asked. It looks like a riding stable, Thorn replied. She, along with Rose and her friends, got out of their van. Maybe there's survivors inside. It looks heavily guarded, Thelma said. A guard walked towards the gates. Who are you? The guard asked them. It's us, Fred began. We're Mystery Inc. and the Hex Girls are with us. The guard looked at the group. I've heard about you guys. Mystery Inc., solving mysteries, the guard replied as he lowered his gun down. The name's Stephen, by the way. Hello, Stephen. Nice place you have here, Rose said. I'm Rose Martin. I'm a police officer, but until I retired. You could sure use another firearms expert. Nice to see another firearms user. Welcome to Fairview Stables, Stephen said. Stephen, I don't know if you heard of us or not, Thorn began. Myself along with my two friends, Dusk and Luna, we're in a band called the Hex Girls. We've came here for a concert. Ah, now I was listening to that music, Stephen replied. I went downtown when the outbreak started and I heard your music. That explains a lot, Thorn replied. I'm Thorn. Call me Sally McKnight if you want. Well, it's nice to meet you, Thorn. Before I let you guys in, Stephen began, I want to all ask you a question, and please be honest. Are any of you guys bitten? Nope, Mr. Inkall said. Negative, the Hex Girls added. Clean as a whistle, Thorn also added. Alright, good. You all may pull your vans inside, then come into our farmhouse, Stephen said. Mr. Ink and the Hex Girls pulled their vans inside the holdout, and once the gang were inside, they followed Stephen inside the farmhouse. Wow, this place is huge, Daphne said. Stephen opened the door to his parents' bedroom. Mother, Father, I've brought in some people, and they're not infected, Stephen said. His parents walked inside towards the Hex Girls, Rose and Mystery Ink. Well, we could use and sure save more people, Stephen's father said. We'll be glad to help, whatever it is you need. Fred blushed by Stephen's parents' welcome. I'm James. I'm Stephen's father, James replied. We have held up in here since the outbreak began. What about the zombies? Thorn asked. Amazing, but creepy at the same time, Dusk added. Yes, Stephen returned here with his sick sister. We believe she's contacted the virus, James said. Yeah, me and my girlfriends took first aid kit training, Thorn spoke up. Maybe we can help, even if we're band singers. Of course, you three must be the Hex Girls, James replied. Yes, we are. We're with Mystery Inc. and Rose Martin, Thorn said. Stephen's father then turned to look at his son. How sick is Stephen's sister? Luna asked. So sick that she could barely get up by herself, James sadly said. Was she bitten? Thorn asked. Not from what I can see. She won't tell us, Stephen's mother replied. Maybe you girls can get her to speak up. I'm Marilyn, by the way. Nice place you have, Marilyn. You've got more people here? Thelma asked. We've got lots of people. Guards, paramedics, all police officers, and people that know firearms. We have lots of food, water, and strong security, Marilyn replied. Like, that's a good place, especially for this, Shaggy said. Rare, Scooby added. James and Stephen and Marilyn, Fred began. Since you know who we are, why not we introduce ourselves? You already know Rose. I'm Fred, and these are my friends, Daphne, Thelma, Shaggy, and Scooby-Doo. And these are the Hex Girls, Thorn, Dusk, and Luna. Shaggy and Scooby then saw a huge tray of food, and they started to eat the food. Nice to meet you all, James replied to Fred. You Hex Girls, my daughter is in her bedroom. She's very sick, though, so be sure you wash up before and after checking on her. All right, thanks, James, Thorn said. What's her name? Her name's Melissa. She's only 18, while Steven's 23, James replied. Just do what you can. Even if she doesn't survive, just do what you girls have to, Marilyn added. The Hex girls then washed their hands before they were going inside Melissa's room. Once they walked inside, Melissa was on her bed. She weakly lifted her body up. She was pale as a ghost. You must be the Hex girls, Melissa said groggily. Yes, how did you know? Luna asked. I heard you and my parents talking. Melissa coughed. You're going to help you get better. That's if you didn't catch the virus, Fawn replied. She felt Melissa's forehead. You're burning up, Melissa. Want something to eat or drink? Some water would be nice, and maybe some oatmeal cookies, Melissa replied. Dusk and Luna went to go get cookies and a glass of water for Melissa. Here, Melissa, how do you feel? Luna asked. A bit better. Melissa coughed. I'm hoping to survive. Here's something to bring your fever down. Dusk placed a cold cloth on Melissa's forehead. Have you taken any antibiotics? Fawn asked. I've taken a few of them, but they're not working as strong as I thought, Melissa replied. She drank her water and ate her cookies. The Hex girls left the bedroom as soon as Melissa went to sleep. So is there anything we can do? Fred asked James. Not at the moment, but you're more than happy to look around, James replied. Fred, along with Daphne and Velma, explored the farmhouse, while Shaggy and Scooby explored the kitchen, and the Hex girls went to the barn not far from the farmhouse. Rose was set to work right away, since she was a firearms expert. The Hex girls ran into Fred, Daphne, and Velma in the living room. Hey girls, how's Melissa doing? Velma asked. She's still sick. We'll have to keep an eye on her, Fawn replied. There is a chance she might have the virus, Daphne said. James and Marilyn told us that. Let's just pray and hope she doesn't have that, Fawn replied. How high are the chances? It's a 50-50% chance, Fawn. We're still not sure, Velma said. If she becomes a zombie, someone will have to put her out of her misery, Daphne replied. We can't do that without her parents' permission, though, Fred explained to the gang and the Hex girls. Who wants to check out the Ryan stable? Dusk asked. I'll do it. It sounds great, Daphne replied. Fawn also nodded. Like, that sounds cool, Shaggy and Scooby then nodded. Like, me and Scoob will explore the kitchen some more and the other places of the house. Rhea, Scooby added. Me, Fred, and Luna will go meet the new people, Velma said. Fawn, along with Dusk and Daphne, walked out of the farmhouse, and then they walked inside the riding stable. They could see some people working. Some people were leaving the barn on horses, as a worker walked towards the girls. Welcome to Fairview Stables, a worker said. My name's Jennifer, and I'm a good friend of James and Marilyn. Nice to meet you, Jennifer, Dusk replied. The girls then shook Jennifer's hand. Nice stable you have here. Thanks, I am good friends of theirs, Jennifer replied. So you do know Melissa is sick, Fawn said. We checked on her and she's burning up a fever. Yes, that's unfortunate, Jennifer replied, as she took the girls on a barn tour. Daphne, Fawn, and Dusk loved the barn, and even the horses. It's a nice barn. We should bring the rest of the gang here, Daphne said to Jennifer. Thanks for giving us a tour. So this barn does do Western and English riding? Dusk asked. The stalls that are green and white means the horses do Western, and the stalls that are blue and red, it means they do English riding, Jennifer replied. You are all welcome to ride our horses, whatever kind of riding you're comfortable with. Thanks, Jennifer. We'll see you around, Daphne said. When the girls got back to the farmhouse, Fawn walked into the dressing room. Daphne, Dusk, Luna, you girls gotta see this room. It's like a huge wardrobe, Fawn called out to her friends. Dusk and Daphne and Luna ran inside the dressing room with Fawn. Wow, this is amazing, Luna said. That is so cool, Dusk added. We gotta try these clothes, Daphne said in amazement. All the girls then tried on the pants, dresses, shirts, and more. They enjoyed trying on different clothes. Some were too small, while others were too big, and some were either too loose or too tight. But others were just right. Look, Fawn, I found some riding breeches. We should all try these riding outfits out, Luna said. Fawn, along with Dusk and Luna and Daphne, were dressed in riding clothes. We should try riding the horses back at the stable, Dusk suggested. Just so we get to know them more. The horse goes as you ride. Let's do it, girls, Ford smiled. The girls then walked back to the stable. They were looking at what horse to ride. They have all decided on what style to ride in, which was English riding. Just to try it out, Luna got a chestnut Canadian warm-blood mare, while Fawn got a Polish grey warm-blood gelding. Daphne got a black fur-bred mare, and Dusk got a Dutch warm-blood gelding. The girls were all saddled up their horses and were deciding on where to ride, outside or inside. "Let's ride outside. It's beautiful out there," Daphne said. "Jennifer says there's a cross-country course and a jumping one." "Sure, we'll have to get Fred or someone to watch over us," Dusk said. Fred then walked up to the girls. "What are you girls up to?" Fred asked. "We're all going to go out for a ride outside. Daphne wants to do jumping," Fawn replied. "Will you be able to watch us? You know, in case if one of us falls or something." "Sure, girls, I'll follow you," Fred said. The girls then got outside and jumped on their horses, and once they had found a mountain block to get on, the girls all did some jumping. Fred even watched some zombies at the same time. "Let's go!" Dusk nudged her Dutch warm-blood to canter at a 2'6" jump, but the horse stopped in front of the jump. Dusk fell off of her horse as she knocked down the jump. "Dusk, are you okay?" Luna called. "I'm fine, just a little shaken up." Dusk got up and then she held onto the reins, as the horse did not take off. Fawn and Daphne's horses started to get a little nervous. "What's up with the horses?" Fred asked. Then he noticed that one of the horses were shaken up. "I have no idea. Maybe someone's here," Daphne suggested. Fawn looked closely to see a woman. She had blonde hair, wearing a blue shirt and white skirt. She was looking similar to Simone, who was someone that Daphne and Fred knew, as well as the rest of Mystery Inc. "Is that who I think it is?" Fred wondered. "It is Simone," Daphne said as she turned away. When she looked back, she saw Simone was a cat creature. "Holy shit!" Fred freaked out as Fawn's horse nearly reared. The cat creature took off quickly, so Fawn decided to go after it. After she got her horse into a gallop, she chased after the cat creature. "Hey, stop it right there!" Fawn shouted, but as she and her horse stopped to look around, they were surrounded by fields and a forest. They were protected by an electric fence, so Fawn got off her horse as she couldn't find the cat creature anymore. "Damn it, it got away," Fawn cursed under her breath. "Did you see where it went?" Luna asked. She, along with Daphne and Dusk, showed up. "The cat creature disappeared. No idea where it went off to," Fawn replied. She then looked to see a few dead bodies on the electric fence. "Hey, that fence is to keep the zombies out," Fred noticed as the electric fence was on. "Stephen did say this place was surrounded by an electric fence. This must be to keep the zombies out and looters," Dusk added. "We should push these dead bodies off of the fence," Daphne suggested. She found a pitchfork and pushed the decaying bodies off the fence. Fawn looked around, but she couldn't see any looters or zombies. After Daphne pushed the decayed bodies off the fence, she then put the pitchfork down. "Let's continue to ride. We gotta practice," Luna said at dinner. At dinner time, some of James and Marilyn's friends were hosting a party. "What's going on tonight?" Velma asked. "We're hosting a party tonight," James said to reply to Velma. "There'll be singing, drinking, and fun." "It should be it," Fred said to the Hex girls, as Dusk and Luna choked on their drinks, while Fawn was choking on a piece of potato. "Oh God, Fawn's got something stuck in her throat," Daphne said. She smacked Fawn's back as Fawn spat out the piece of potato. "Thanks, Daph. I really needed that," Fawn said. Dusk and Luna finished coughing. "Sorry about that. The drinks went down the wrong way," Luna added. "Yeah, and about singing?" Dusk asked Fred. "I said that you girls should perform here," Fred said. "It's a nice idea. I like the idea. What about you girls?" Fawn asked. "I think it's a great idea," Dusk replied to Fawn. "Yeah, we should sing all of our songs," Luna said. "Sounds great, we're in," Fawn said. Later on at night, the party was going on. The Hex girls have sang at least 3 of their songs, and Fawn was at the microphone. "Thank you so much. You're all too kind. Now we're staying in this holdout place for a while. We fight this zombie outbreak, and we will win. So the song we are going to perform is from the 2019 remake of Aladdin, and it's a cover song, and yes, we have permission to do a cover song," Fawn replied as the audience cheered for the Hex girls. "Like, isn't Fawn amazing, Scoob?" Shaggy asked his friend. "Yeah, Ree's rot," Scooby added. "Yeah, like she is hot, Scooby-Doo." Shaggy had dreamy eyes. "The song we are singing is a cover is speechless," Fawn cheered. Luna played the keyboard to get the sound right. Everyone clapped for the Hex Girls as they enjoyed their performance, and the Hex Girls smiled. The next band was up next, so they moved their equipment away. Shaggy then looked at the stairs at night. "Like that concert was amazing," Shaggy sighed. "I hope someday I can be in a band performing music and songs." Fawn then walked up to Shaggy as she was doing her best not to be noticed. "I want to thank everyone for believing in me. Like, I would like to thank Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, that's me, Dusk, Luna and Rose, and Scooby-Doo too. But most of all, I would like to thank the woman of my dreams. It's Fawn." Shaggy then heard a giggle. He turned around to see Fawn giggling as she listened and watched Shaggy the whole time. Shaggy was embarrassed. "Zoinks!" Shaggy screeched, his cheeks turning bright red. Fawn then walked towards Shaggy, and then she liked him, and he liked her too. "Don't be embarrassed, Shaggy," Fawn said to her friend. "Like I didn't know where you were here," Shaggy replied. "Sorry, Shaggy, I liked your speech," Fawn replied as he ran her hand through his hair. "You stood out to me in Mystery Inc." "Oh, like you liked my speech? And I did too?" Shaggy asked. He was confused. "Of course, Shaggy. You're attractive to me," Fawn said seductively. "I've always liked you, Shaggy." "Like you do? You don't think I'm weird?" Shaggy asked. "You're not weird. And of course I do like you, Shaggy. Why wouldn't I like you? You're someone I've been attracted to. Lots of other guys think I'm hot," Fawn replied. "But I've declined them when they asked me out. Mainly because I've been looking for the one I like. And I'm looking at him." "Like, that's crazy, Fawn," Shaggy began. "Other girls think I'm cute too. But I'm the only one I would be with you." "Aw, Shaggy, that's so sweet," Fawn replied. She, along with Shaggy, walked back to the farmhouse, since it was getting dark. Mystery Inc., along with the Hex Girls, all went to bed. A few days went by since the outbreak began. Mystery Inc., along with Rose and the Hex Girls, were all holding up great at the farm. They did their fair share of work and even helped the farm out. But during their 6th day at Fairview Stables, with no one working in the sewage plant, filth had found its way into their drinking water. "This water's been gross looking," Fred said to the gang. Rose and the Hex Girls saw it too. "The water has tasted disgusting," Daphne replied. Then the Hex Girls looked at the gang. "How is Melissa?" Velma asked. "She's been sick for a while." "She's really going downhill," Fawn said. "Some people have gotten a disease." "Zoinks! What is it, man?" Shaggy asked. "Cholera," Fawn replied. This made Fred worried, not only for their friends, but for the holdout as well. "There's gotta be some antibiotics or something to treat it," Daphne said. James then showed up at the front of the farmhouse. "There is, but it is in town," James replied. "I've sent 2 people to fetch it, but they have not returned. I fear that they are dead or worse." "Why not send 2 of us to go?" Daphne suggested. "I'll go," Fawn volunteered. "All right," James said as he was interrupted by Stephen. "Dad, Dusk and Luna have got cholera. They're having, the explosive runs, and they're puking their guts out," Stephen said. Fawn's world stopped. She feared that Dusk and Luna may not make it without antibiotics. "No, I can't lose my friends. Not like this," Fawn said. She cried silently as Daphne rubbed her back. "I'll go with you, Fawn. We'll go get the medicine for your friends and for the people here." Daphne replied as Fred was nervous about Daphne going with Fawn, but he knew Daphne was strong. "Very well, we'll get some weapons and whatever you need," James said. "I'll let everyone know that you're both going out." Daphne and Fawn then walked to the armory, as Fawn got a shotgun and Daphne got a pistol. "Anything else we need?" Daphne asked. "Here, Daphne, I think we might be able to make something work." Fawn then replied as she had an idea. "I'll take the crowbar, you take the extra ammo." Fawn took the crowbar as Daphne took some extra ammo. Fawn also grabbed the saddlebag. Scooby looked at Daphne and Fawn. What's your ruin? Scooby asked. Scooby, we're going on a mission, and we'll be going into town for medicine, Thorn said. People are getting sick, and we'll be going down for their medicine, Daphne added. Will you come with us? Thorn asked. Scooby, as she attached the saddlebag to the Great Dane. Rah-uh! Scooby shook his head. Will you do it for a Scooby snack? Daphne asked. Scooby was hesitant. How about 2, 3, or 4? Scooby nodded when Daphne mentioned 4 Scooby snacks. So Scooby nodded as Daphne gave Scooby 4 Scooby snacks. Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Scooby howled. You ready to go? Thorn asked. Yeah, I am, Daphne said. Anything else we need to do before we leave? She asked. I just want to say goodbye to Dusk and Luna. Let them know where we're going to be, in case if they get worried, Thorn said. She went inside the farmhouse and walked upstairs. She looked to see Dusk and Luna in bed. They were pale and sweating like no tomorrow. Thorn gave her 2 best friends a hug and kissed their foreheads. I'll be back with Daphne. We'll bring back the medicine, she said. Bad dreams, sisters, Thorn said as she walked back downstairs, where she met up with Daphne at the front door. How are they? Daphne asked. They're sweating. We should get going, Thorn said, as she got in the car along with Daphne and Scooby, and they drove out of the holdout, and they began to drive their way into town.